We have a Mercedes-Benz key that came in because it does not work. I do not know what year and model this one is. I'll look it up. This is a 2003 Mercedes S55 AMG key fob. And what is wrong with it? Key fob suddenly stopped working. I do not see the infrared light. Okay, so key stopped working, and it looks like he's trying to see if there's an infrared light using his camera or his cell phone, and he's not seeing it. So I took the motherboard out of the case, and we're gonna check to see if we see anything obvious on the board. So let's start from here. I see a cap that looks loose on this part of the board. Looking to see if there's any missing components, damaged components. I do not know what this is here. It doesn't look like there is any prior attempt, repair attempt on this key. Components, they look good. Yeah, this side looks good. Check the back, check the traces, make sure we do not have any broken traces. Sometimes rust will eat through the wire. We've done videos like this before. Look at this. I see damage here. I think we have missing components here. Look at this cap here. It's so soldered on one end, but where's the other end? It's broken. The coil looks good. Infrared looks good. So we do have an issue here. We have an issue on this area of the board. Let me grab a donor board quick. We have a donor board right here. And I've used parts from this board, so I do not know what parts I used. Let me take a look at this key. And yeah, look at that. Look at that. Two components are missing from the donor key right here. Two components. We have to replace this broken component here. And this one we should be able to solder back. We do not have to remove it. Anything else? So those components probably ripped off by mistake. Maybe the customer was trying to change the battery. Because how can you rip those tiny components? It's done by mistake. Most likely by mistake. Now, when working with those components, we want to use a very narrow hot air nozzle. Those boards are extremely heat sensitive. So I will be using a very narrow nozzle and focus the heat only on the component that we will be working on. Okay, so let's fix this capacitor. You see how narrow that nozzle is? That component is gone. We do not need it. Okay, and this guy is good. And also here and here. Let me get rid of the glare. Very nice. So let's grab the capacitor from here. So we're gonna focus heat on this part only. Very solid. Let's grab the two other components. So we're focusing heat only on this component and nothing else. And that's the beauty of having this narrow nozzle. And this one goes right over here. And one more. Okay, this guy is good, and let me just press on this second guy here. And we are good. Very good. And I just want to go over one other cap that didn't look too stable. This one right here. Very nice. Job is done. All we have to do is test. Make sure the key is outputting the right frequency. 314, 315. We're gonna check if the infrared is working. And if it is, the machine will show us a 1A. I'll show you what I mean. And the key looks beautiful. Very nice. I do not know if the customer's batteries are good or not, but we're gonna find out. Somebody came in. Just a second. Okay, so let's go ahead and test. I'm gonna put the motherboard inside the shell again and put the battery in. Oh, look at that. The battery is not going in. So that's what happened. The battery is not going in, and this is probably not an original shell. The battery is not going in. The customer probably pushed hard on it, and that's how the components broke. Look at this. Yeah, so we need to change the shell for the customer. This is not gonna work out, because if we force it, we're gonna break those components again. And we're gonna test it using this key tester. A lot of you were asking where we got this one from. You can buy it off eBay or Amazon, but I did contact the company, and I asked for a large batch of those testers, and we should get them in no later than probably 3-4 weeks. Let me grab a shell for the customer. Okay, I have a shell here. Let's try this one. It went in. So the actual shell was the problem. And you can see the light. So let's go ahead and test. Unlock button 314.9. We have the lock button 314.9. We have the trunk button 314.9, and we have the panic button 314.9. Perfect. Now we're gonna test the infrared signal, and we should get 1A. 1A. Trunk, we need to press and hold. That's 1A. lock button 1A, and the panic button 1A. Perfect. The key is fully functional and the job is done. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll do something else in the next video.